Hello and welcome to Sealand's Art. Today I'm going to be showing you how I use Mod Podge matte. It's a water-based sealer, glue, and finish. And I'm going to be using it on this beautiful painting. I want to do this in all natural light, but because it is winter time, the sun just is not giving me what I wanted. Nevertheless, we're going to do our best. And if I see if the light, well, it does work. It does look a little better, so I'll go ahead and keep the light on. Hopefully that doesn't give too much of a odd glare once we get started. But this is what it looks like. And it's actually very inexpensive considering what some other sealers are and finishers. I got this one at, I believe, Dollar General or Family Dollar. I can't quite remember, but it was one of those. And it was under $4. Can't quite remember, but under $4. I just shake it up a little bit. And it is white, just like the bottle. But I wanted to do this video because I noticed that when I was trying to find out how to use a finisher or a sealer on a painting, I could not find anything that had this on it. And so I was a little bit concerned because I'm like, well, I don't want to just put this on and ruin the painting. I really don't understand how this is supposed to go. You know, do I just wipe it on? Do I paint it on? You know, what's going on? But as I did find one video on there, I said, okay, this is kind of giving me somewhat of what I'm looking for. It wasn't, you know, the same product, but close enough. So I said, okay, let me go ahead and do that. So I wanted to make sure to show you guys with this product what you supposedly do. Now I'm using a flat knife, and also my kit came with a couple other items. This came from the Michaels kit that I bought. And I'll show you that. The 25-piece kit, super value brush, and it had those three in there. So yeah, I'm using this one. I think this one, it's a little bit heavier than the others, and it's a little longer. I like the edge on it. But basically, you rub this down, you try to smooth it on your painting. I've done this a few times, and what I've noticed is the best thing is get a thin coat and spread it as evenly as possible, because it will cast a white, I guess I don't want to say residue because it's not residue, but it will cast a whiteness over the painting. It dries clear when it's thin enough, but if you don't do this thin, it will leave a clear, or if you don't do it thin, it will leave a white cast on it. Now, if your painting is mostly white, that's not a big deal, because what you're looking for is to have that nice matte finishing to it. But if you have a lot of color, you don't want that whiteness on there. And then on here, just kind of smooth it along the edge. And then I want to bring it right back up. Just kind of smooth it out. So as you see, it doesn't have to be perfect, but it dries enough where you need to keep it moving and then thinning it out. And then make sure you wipe the excess off, because you don't want it to end up drying uneven. So at this point, the whole painting is covered, and I'm just cleaning off the excess. Okay, now everything is coated. Now what I've learned to do, I like to have it where the painting has some kind of texture in it. So I take a fan brush and I lightly go over it. And by lightly fanning it, if there's any little extras paint on the side here and there. Just going over it and making a little bit of a texture. And that way, if it is a little uneven, it won't do that white cast. Like just like here, I'm spreading it out on that edge. So if there is a little bit of a unevenness, it'll just blend in. And it's the same thing with every painting. I just do a light brushing all over. All right, so as you see, there is a nice shine on the painting. Now I let mine dry for completely 2 days. On the bottle, depending on what you're doing with it, if it's a painting, a wood piece, or whatever, puzzles, using it as a finisher sealer, it says 15 to 20 minutes.